Well, we're so
Yeah.
glad that you're here. I mean, we hear the importance of heart health all the time. And maybe you or someone you love is taking medicine, you're on pills, you go to the doctor, you're being treated regularly. Maybe you've had surgery for your heart. Well, my next author has just an amazing book out. His name is Dr. Kris Vijay, and his book is called Invoking Your Inner Therapist in Heart Failure: Untold Patient Experiences from Prevention to End Stage. Dr. Vijay, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. It's such an honor to be here. Truly
Well,
appreciate it.
would you talk to us about what generally the message is in the book? Is it about caring for our hearts, or is it more about stories about people, or what can we expect?
Sure. So, when I started writing this book, I thought, well, I need to do something not just for the medical community, students, residents, fellows, but also for the non medical community. And so
Mhm.
I wanted to actually express all of these stories over a 43 years of practice in my life. I wanted to express all of the both positives and negatives
Mm.
because that's life, storytelling. And how do I bring all those stories really in a touchy feely way and make it very palpable for the readership? And so it is more about just the aspect of prevention, from basic simple cholesterol, diet, exercise, and then all the nutraceuticals, the holistic way of actually looking at life, and then specifically all the science in a layman term behind the onset of heart disease, and then the progression of heart disease, and that leads to heart failure, and then what has happened during the course of time in multiple different patients from their perspective, and how they have healed and recovered with all of the empowerment, that patient empowerment. Suzanne, I wanted to leave the audience with one very powerful message. When they go to the doctor, they see them for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then the doctor is writing, documenting for 13, 14, 15 minutes, and you're not even there in there, you're not looking at them. But the rest of the day and the next 3 months or 6 months before you see anybody else, you are living in your space. And
Mm.
that is 23 hours and 50 plus minutes every day, right?
Yeah.
Which means you have to be empowered to take care of yourself and make sure that you don't get heart disease. To prevent heart disease, you got to say what causes heart disease. So I got it all in the book. And then how do you prevent the risk factors that translates to heart disease? Can we prevent onset of blood pressure, prevent onset of diabetes, not smoke, have good exercise, good weight, eat healthy, keep your body cleansed from head to the toe, every cell, every blood vessel in the body. That's what the book is about.
What are what's the very lowest hanging fruit that we don't typically hear about? Of course, we know not smoking and we know about our weight and exercise. Is there anything else that's on that low hanging fruit branch that we go, oh, wait, I didn't realize that was really important? It's like drinking water
Yeah.
really important for our heart, or is, I don't know, like extra oxygen, is that really important?
Well, Susan, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, nowadays, we are not talking about one specific body, anatomical portion of the body, like liver or kidney or the heart or the brain. I mean, we can look at them in a silo, in an isolated space, and then we can them all together in one. But when you look at it all together and put the bigger picture, what comes out is total health. There's so many of the folks out there around the world are talking about total health. And the thing that you just mentioned, the two most important things that really keeps the body cleansed, is clean water, clean air. And if you look at what's going on out there in terms of clean water, 70% of the world don't have clean water. and
Wow.
and oxygen pollution, all of this we're talking about now. I mean, look at all the YouTube videos, this, that. You look at the ocean, we're polluting every step of the way, every little thing that we're doing, processing our foods. So
Mm,
natural
mhm.
fruits and vegetables that's available from Mother Earth is given us incredible thing. We came from the earth. Mother Earth is giving us and feeding us every little thing, and let's
Yeah.
utilize that with clean water, clean air. I think we can cleanse our system. Did you know? Bring nature, Suzanne. Did you know that elephants, one of the biggest animals that live for about average of 87 years, they just don't die of cancer. They don't get cancer. And they're vegetarian and they're huge. They eat plants and vegetables and fruits and trees and nuts and leaves, and that's it. That's they live from Mother Earth and they don't get
Wow.
cancer. So is there
Mm,
something we need to learn from that? And if
yeah.
you look at whales, they live for 500 years. You look at Galapagos turtle, right? I mean, these are creatures that actually consume very healthy stuff, and we got to learn from nature. And if you look at their heart rate and look at the blood pressure, two simple things that we want to measure every day. Keep your heart rate low through yoga, meditation. Be at peace with yourself. And then keep your
Mhm.
blood pressure on the lower. This is the blood pressure month that we are talking about,
Mm.
February. Keep your blood pressure under control, being at peace with yourself, low salt, low sugar, moderate protein. Lot of We can do it through holistic methods, eating habits, exercise, and then some pills, and then prevent the onset of the risk factors, onset of heart disease, onset of heart failure. So the book tells about all of this in a storytelling format, 40 plus different chapters, and I have a lot of inspirational, motivational quotes which will energize every individual. Read one chapter per week, take a whole year, but it kind of gives you that message. Absorb it, let it get and sink into your DNA, and then learn from it, and then spread the message of love.
That's important is share what you're learning, right?
Every
Dr. Vijay, do you have the book with you by any chance? I'd love for you to open it up and just kind of show us, is there a special page that would really kind of connect with us?
Oh, absolutely. So this is the cover is actually done by my pre-medical student, and my scribe
Very nice.
typed it out. The whole thing that I kept on dictating. And one of the I mean, a lot of chapters here. The QR code, I come alive in each page. You can do a lot of beautiful pictures. If you look at the colored one, it's a little bit expensive on Amazon, but it got a lot of storytelling, a lot of testimonials,
Yeah.
patient stories. And if we look at one of these pages here, I'll just read out this, which is very powerful, I believe, beyond just the basic things that we need to do for ourselves in a selfish
Mhm.
way, take care of our health. But then when you actually put the message of love and message of kindness, message of compassion, message of caring, message of service to others, message
Mm.
of innovating and creating and being inclusive, every day the impact is tremendous. And
Mhm.
to that end, I as a doctor, I want every healthcare provider out there to understand that what I just retired from patient care after 43 years because I felt that I have given back my everything.
Mm.
And every day I would embrace my patient, make sure that they trust me every second of that encounter, and
Right.
only then they're allowed to leave. Otherwise, I will not let them go unless they give me a hug. And that touch aspect is in and of a healing itself. 50%
Wow,
of it is healing. And that
that's
message
beautiful.
here is about from one of the scriptures. It says, each one of us, it applies to us and the healthcare provider. The ability to see the humanness in each individual, because each individual has divinity, that spark that brought you to life is divine, and each of us needs to look at the other person with divinity. You are divine, Suzanne. If I accept that, then I have respect for you, I have
Mm.
love for you, and I'm listening to you, I'm learning from you. And
Mm.
so ability to see the humanness in each individual, to personally connect one to the other, to chip in, to participate, to be content, to be themselves, and
Yeah.
to uniquely tip the balance of life towards the warmth of togetherness. When a
Mm.
people person enters the room, it feels better, it feels happier, it feels safer. Can you be that people person, regardless of the disease or the risk factors you're going through, all of the negatives you're going through every day, trials and tribulations, regardless? Can you still be that people person the minute you encounter someone else?
Your
Yeah,
attitude can make the
can you
difference.
then make that other person feel
Yeah.
better immediately, make them feel safer, make them feel happier? Do you have that ability to do that? If you don't think you do, can we try each of us every
Mm.
day? Don't you think that'll be so cool?
That'd be wonderful. Quickly, where's your book available, doctor?
Amazon and Barnes and Noble, Ingram Spark, here, there. Now it's going to be coming in public libraries. I'll be doing book signing once the COVID comes down by middle of the year, hopefully. And then uh, uh, my book site website is called twinepidemic.org, Twin Epidemic of Diabetes and Heart Disease in All Communities. So that's my prevention nonprofit. And also it's Facebook is there as well. We're doing community screening programs starting next month in Arizona first. We're going all over the country, Native American, Afro American. So the social determinants of health. I leave this message. Many people talk about SDOH, social determinants of health, and you talk about this, all this kind of stuff. But one powerful determinant of health is wealth. And if you are wealthy, not just money, I'm talking about wealth of knowledge, wealth of experience, wealth of relationship, wealth of humanity. You have that wealth. And how do you get the wealth? You get it through education. So let's
Mm,
empower ourselves every day to learn something new and write it down. And the minute you learn, you teach and you impart it to everybody
mm,
around. So, yes, it is available out there. And we're going to be talking about this as a passion and compassion, giving back, because I live every day as if I'm dying. And
yeah.
I had last 2 months have been crazy in our family, lots of ups and downs, of close to death experience. I
Mm,
burnt my hand. I won't show it, but it's right here in my left hand. And then
mm,
I developed angioedema and almost had a life-threatening situation, but finally coming out of it. But this is
mm,
it. We are at
yeah,
risk of dying on a daily basis,
that's
Suzanne.
right.
I mean, the question comes up: what is it I'm supposed to do? If that is what it is
Yeah.
there a meaning and purpose to my existence? That's the
Yes.
question we need to ask.
It's a beautiful way to end. Dr. Vijay, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.